Well, hello there. I want to welcome you all to another show here. I hope everyone's doing well. And first of all, I want to get in and make sure everyone can hear everything okay. We had a little glitch in the very beginning. There's so many wires here and so many things going on. There's a lot to think about. It's more than just playing the piano. So again, I want to welcome you all to the number 33 show. I'm taking a look here at the. Let's see if I get any comments here. Okay, everyone's. Can everyone hear my voice okay? And okay, so we're okay, cool. All right, we're good. All right. Oh, I see Cameron. Oh my God, we're great to see you, Karen, Lori, and Rosie, and Jim Avakian, Susan Hefner, and let's see, Jim J. Good seeing you. And I'm seeing Mesa Piano, best piano tuner in Arizona. It's my good friend Mark Perney, and who we got to get here to do my piano real soon, Mark, now that the weather's changing. And Mike Dusnap, I see coming in, so more people are coming in. So anyway, I want to welcome you all to another show here, and it's hard to believe we've been. This is number 33. And for me, and since March, and it's like 33 hours of solo piano playing. So it's really been a real treat for me, to be able to reach everyone this way, and it's a big learning curve too, to be able to do the whole streaming thing. So I've reconnected with many students in the past and old friends, and it's been just tremendous. So I'm going to share I went really deep today in my memorabilia, and I look back into. Reminiscing what I was doing this time last year. I had so many gigs and so many things going on. But before we start that, I want to talk about the big Christmas component of my playing. When I first moved to Arizona, I connected with Chris Stewart, great alto player, who you heard in the very beginning there, and a very dear friend of mine. And when I first got here, I remember seeing him playing in a big band. I said, I want to play with him, So we ended up connecting, and we did a really nice thing. I wrote all this arrangements on all these kind of hip arrangements of these Christmas tunes. So so we've done it every year for I think 12 to 15 years, And it's this is the first year we haven't done it. So it kind of was a little nostalgic, So I had to go back in, and I grabbed the video that you saw there. Was taking in California. I was playing a big Yamaha concert grand, and Chris was there, and it was hosted by Keyboard Concepts there in Fountain Valley, which were very supportive, very fun crowd to play. The piano was killer, and so I gave you a little snippet of all of that show, and you can see the fun and the joy up there, and it's so different now. Last year, this time, I was doing 3-4 gigs a week, playing all over the place. So I'll share some of that, but we have promising things again coming up, and I feel that for me personally, I use this as kind of a reset time to kind of get comfortable with with myself, and just to be able to discover where I'm going to go. So this is a new media for me. So I'm going to do this. I've been teaching by video correspondence since 1989, which, by the way, a lot of my students are here. So anyone wanting to study, I'm going to put that right out there, right out of the gate. So I have a few select slots, and they all know that I'm usually running a pretty full slate. But now that the COVID thing's here and the gigs have kind of gone away, I'm opened up some more teaching spots. So anyone wanting to study, just hit me up at dan@pianoinstruction.com, and I'll do a Zoom with you, and we'll assess your ability, and we'll talk about your goals and your dreams and aspirations. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we're going to start off now. I got some things I put together. We're going to start off with some memorabilia, setting up this first tune. This is really cool. What do we got here? I got the, okay, here we go. All right, I'm going into the other screen. Here we go. So here we go. We have right now, this is me with a mustache. That tells you how long ago it was. And that's this was done. This is the book we put together, and we go moving on here. There's me and Chris, and we got the. There we are at the Mayo Clinic, doing a gig last year. This is all last year, and we have there's me and Chris doing another private party. Actually, a big one. It was actually a few hundred people. It was a concert setting. And here we are at the Stillwell Pianos over in Mesa. tremendous place, great pianos, great guys, and we had the pleasure to do that show for them last year. And here's the announcement with Michael. Okay, and we got the now here's where I used to play. This is where I got a little nostalgic because setting up this first tune. This is the White Mountain Hotel in North Conway, New Hampshire. I played there for 11 years, and at this time of year in December, this is what it looks like. It's magical, and that big circular room on the first floor is where I played piano in this cool dining room on the stage, and this is setting up the very first tune because we're dreaming of a white Christmas, and you know, so you see a picture like that, and you kind of like say, wow, I miss New England, but I love Arizona, you know, I'm out here. But the cool thing about this, I remember when I moved here, all my kids were skiers, and I was a ski instructor for 7 years. First year we got here, they had like 400 inches of snow up in Flagstaff, so we all went skiing up in Flagstaff. So my kids were able to see, you know, that just 2 hours away we were able to still ski, and they all learned how to ski on ice, so they're really great skiers. So anyway, this very first tune I'm going to play for you is, and again, I hope the piano and everything's coming through good before I start. Let me just make sure, I'll check the comments and see if there's anyone here that, okay, all right, you can hear my voice, everything's good. All right, the first tune is called White Christmas, and again, there's a lot of different things you can do with these Christmas tunes, and I'm just going to kind of wander around with it. Okay, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, here we go. there you have it. White Christmas and a little making whoopee in the end, you know. So anyway, let's see what we got in here. Let's see, man. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, man. Great. Great. Okay. Is the piano coming through okay? Because again, it's no way of me knowing. I'm hoping that the piano's coming through. Great. Good. Good. Beautiful. Thank you, Mike Dusnap. And here's a story about this kid here, Mike Dusnap. He's not a kid anymore. I had Mike when I was teaching when I was 18 years old, man. You know, 18. And we reconnected. And this was 45 years ago. I mean, yeah, like 45. Yeah, I think it is. 45 years ago, man. And it was like, and now Mike's got, you know, he's got kids, and it's like he's like went from being this tall to being like taller than me now. I'm like 6'3". His kid, you know, so his guy, I should call him a kid. He's still a child to me. So anyway, we just reconnected, and he's studying, and he's always showed this gift of playing. Back in the day, he was just this kid that would come in and he'd practice. He just loved jazz, and you know, so I knew he'd do something with it. So it's really great to see you, Mike. And let's see, we got on here, I have the, I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff here. I got like, I got some really cool things that I'm going to be sharing with you. I got some originals, then some stories and some things. So stick around and let's share some time here. I know, again, this is a very, very difficult time for everyone, but let's make the best of it, and we'll hopefully for brighter days ahead. It's going to be it's looking good, you know. So, but let's see, we got. I'm glad to see you guys all getting acquainted. This is great. Okay, cool, man. This is, yeah, Mike, it is scary. Yeah, you know. But anyway, he's I'm just really grateful to have just wonderful students to keep me busy. You know, when this pandemic hit, as you know, all the gigs going away, I've already been teaching by correspondence, so that was I was very blessed, you know. So and I'm finding that I'm spending more time at the piano all the time. So so anyway, we got a lot of stuff to play for you, so I'm going to get on because I could chat all day. I feel like everyone's coming to my living room, and it's like the cool thing is I look out here and I have the Christmas tree. You probably saw the picture of the on the thumbnail. It's from my home, and it's a really cool setup here. So and it's very different this year because my kids aren't all coming. So we'll get into that. I got some cool shots from the previous years and younger Dan even. So anyway, I'm going to get on now with another great tune, "Oh Christmas Tree." Here we go. Oh, Christmas tree. It's just one of those kind of things you can, it brings back some memories when I was playing back in Boston days, a lot of years ago. When we first started, you see the pianos in the stores now, Nordstrom's and all that, and I remember myself and there was a few other guys in town in Boston who they'd call us to play Christmas tunes, and the agent would call and say he want us to go in and do these gigs, so we're like, okay, all right, we'll do these things, but the caveat was it's a 3 or 4 hour gig and you get to play all Christmas tunes, man. so you figure out how many Christmas tunes there really are, but where the challenge was is to be able to stretch on them and be able to, so I'd literally go into this gig with my tuxedo on in the middle of this mall, this fancy mall in south of Boston, and I'd be playing these tunes, and all the piano players that were getting hired for this were jazz guys, because we could sit there and we could take Silent Night and play it for 10 minutes, and do all kinds of cool things with it. So that's what I've been doing lately is I found myself, you might have heard and you'll hear it again at the very end of the show, the thing I did on Silent Night, I did a whole reharmonization with it kind of, and I went deep, and that thing was like, I recorded it, it was like 1 in the morning, I mean, I'm up late and I'm just kind of playing through all these weird changes, and it's like, it makes it become, you take simplicity and you take it really into a deep place. It's really fun, so that's kind of like what I've been enjoying doing with all this stuff. So anyway, we got the, let's see what we got here. I want to say hello. I really want to acknowledge everyone. Hey, I want to really thank everyone. Ricardo from Quebec, thank you for coming in. Jim Avakian is a real techie guy. He's, his video setup is really, really great. He's in LA. He's one of my students. So for Jim to say, sounds so good, Dan, I'm like, you made my night, Jim. I can finally relax, It's like, there's so many things and buttons to hit. And in fact, on that note, okay, I'm gonna play something for you. I did this, and Seema goes, you should probably do a video of what it is here, what we got. So I'm going to show you guys something, okay? This is just before I went live, okay? You're going to check this out. This is just pretty wild, okay? So, all right, so here we go. So there's the Earthworks microphone, and I got all the software coming in. I'm hooked up to the Ethernet with all the things. I have multiple cameras. I have 3 cameras. And there's my switcher. The switcher there, and then all my recorders for capturing the piano, and there's the monitor. I can monitor everything, signal, and there's my Christmas tree behind the doors. So this is the software that I look at where it all happens. Isn't that cool? You know, so really a lot of times people don't see this stuff behind the scenes, but man, it is like, it's wild. It is absolutely beyond what people can even imagine. You know, there's more to it. I mean, I guess, but you know, it's all with trial and error, and I'm glad to hear that the stream's coming through really good, because I mean, I'm capturing this piano with the Earthworks microphone. I'm a proud artist for the company, and I've been with them for quite a while, and it's tremendous. They're great people. They're located in New Hampshire, of all places, where I was living. And I became good friends with them, and I got the microphone here. I did a couple of commercials for them, and I'm constantly promoting their product. They're just a wonderful, wonderful microphone. That's why this piano sounds so good, and it's coming through on the stream this good, and it really captures it just really nice. Let's see, we got the, okay, we're moving on now to, I have this really cool, cool thing I did of Old Holy Night. I'm going to play this for you. It's again going into kind of different places with the harmony. Okay, hope you enjoy. Isn't that a great tune? It's just again, you could do so much with it. You know, I could literally, sometimes I get lost in when I play these things in the house at night. This is what I do at night. This is what, and it's kind of like you get this vision. So when you see this live stuff going on, it's, I'm in a studio, but it's like I'm overlooking my living room here. So it's really, I really have a kind of great setup. So I can, I come in here and I just get lost. I can just into the music. And you see when you play through all those wild chords, for the players out there, you know, it's that's part of the magic of being able to thread that line through, you know, 4 chords in a bar that are doing all this weird stuff, you know. So it really makes it kind of cool. So okay, man. The let's see. Okay, we got the saying hi to everyone. Karen Cameron is I got to say this and send my love out to her. She was very instrumental in helping me launch my career as a young player in Boston, you know, and she had great charts. I mean, talking great voicings on everything. All was all there, and we did this gig, and it lasted for a long time. We were a couple of years, I think, anyway. And back then in the day, we were playing this place called Finity's Country Squire. Was one of the places, and it was very special. A big sunken bar and a really posh place, and we wear tuxedos. And I have myself, I have Ron McCorder, Chris Rathbun, different bass players, and just a duo with Karen. And as soon as she starts singing, man, the whole dance floor would be crowded, you know? So people all dancing, and back in the day, and I learned all these tunes, and to this day, Karen, God love you, when I hear, you know, Skylark and all these tunes, More Than You Know, all these tunes. And in fact, I think I've acknowledged you on several of my live streams where I played some of my favorite tunes that you used to sing. And I used to sit there and I'd be like, and she's kind of the singer too that really tells a story. And so when I'm playing the tunes, I was really listening to the story because she was really telling the story with the lyrics. So it was fun. So anyway, Karen, thank you for popping in and saying hello here. We're going now on to, I have a quick thing here I want to show you. Nope, I guess I'm going to go to one more tune and then I'm going to show you a couple more pitches, you know, so stick around. This next one is from the Charlie Brown's Christmas. It's called Christmas Time Is Here. And again, it's just a great thing. And there's an art to, again, playing jazz piano with this kind of material. It's all cool. I remember when I was studying with Charlie Banakis back in Boston years ago. God rest in peace, Charlie. I think of him every day. He was just a true you know, inspiration to me. Amongst the other people I have studied with, but Charlie was one that really sticks out because I remember him saying that you can find music into, you know, you can make music out of anything, man. You know, you can really go deep, regardless if you're playing in a rock band or you're playing in a country band, or you know. He says, I remember him telling a student that was going from before me, and the guy didn't want to play in this show band or something, and Charlie goes, hey man, you know, you should you can make it hip, man. You can make it hip, enjoy it, you know, and make it real like it's supposed to be. And it was like he was giving this kid a real education in, like, you know, a couple of minutes, you know. So anyway, I'm going to play Christmas Time Is Here. Christmas time is here. Again, it's makes me think of all my kids, you know. And speaking of my kids, I'm going to show you some pictures, you know, because this is kind of a time where, you know, I have such a kind of a cool house here in Cave Creek, Arizona, and it's a great place to gather. You know, it's like it's you know, all my kids are. It's a traditional. It's on Surrey Drive, so they go. We're going to have dads at Surrey, you know. So Surrey is like, it's kind of the place, you know, where they all come and hang and they have comfort and a lot of love, and it's been really, really great. So we have some pictures here. I'm going to show you. This is really cool. So we're going to go now. Let's see. We're going back to where we left off with this last one now. So this is here's the house. So this is the living room where it all happens, and you can see where I'm back there doing my thing right now. And you know, typically, you know, Seema will be sitting on the sprawled out on the couch there, you know, and it's one of those kind of things where, you know, it's so relaxing, and all my family would gather here. So it's been a really special kind of setup. Well, here's my kids. This is 2019. This is last year. And there's Brooke off to the left, and there's Ryan, my son Ryan. He's 23, and there's Kayla, and there's Michelle, who's got married, and there's my granddaughter Mila, and she's now 8 years old, and in November, a few weeks ago, and it's been a real treat. So you can see that, you know, we get together here, and it's very, very special. Here's a gig that I did. I'm reminiscing a little bit, going back into December, what I had here, and it was pretty wild. Let me see if I can do this. No, I guess I can't. Just checking something out. Yeah, I get my head in this shot here. Oh, can I? Well, I'll leave it. So anyway, this is it's not every day you walk into a piano like this. This is a 9-foot Steinway, and it was just an extraordinary place over here in Arizona, and it was, now look at that thing. It's like, it's just giant. It goes on forever. You couldn't get me off the bench, you know, and it was like, and this is a job. This was like, you know, these are the kind of pianos you dream about, and just absolutely exquisite, beautiful people, great house. I mean, extraordinary house. And fitting for the piano. Look how the piano looks. It just, you know. Now here's me at the Phoenician Resort here, and Seema was my camera woman, and we had some nice time here. She'd come out and I'd play the tea there, and it's just an absolutely gorgeous place here, and that's what it looks like looking out, and there we are after my gig, up hanging out. Is Seema and me, and there we are, moving over to, and we had our get-together in Arizona just before Christmas, and then we head over for Christmas. This is us Christmas Day, freezing in Laguna Beach, to spend time with Seema's family. So that was kind of that's how we do it. It works out really good. And here's Seema, this was New Year's Day now. This is New Year's Day, and we went from being freezing to go into the beach. And she had on her, she was trying to be a Bond girl, you know. She's the Bond girl, and I was auditioning for a James Bond lead, you know. So it's us down there on New Year's Day in Laguna. Went from, like, you know, freezing cold with layers on to like people at the beach, you know, 6 days later. And here we are with Seema's sisters, and it was a special time. We ate so much food. It was just, and people that know me know I love to eat, and I do all my biking and running and stairs and everything. So I say I exercise so I can eat more. But that's us. We all throwing our pajamas on after a great day, you know. So I miss it. So sorry. Oh, so I'm back to work, back to reality. It's supposed to be a happy time. I'm sorry I lost it a little bit. It's one of those kind of things where, boy, I mean, we've had so many good memories, and it just is. I'm sure everyone's feeling this. It's just like, my God, it's but we'll get through this, and it's times like this when we get together and we can still do what we're here to do. We got this whole, as artists, we need to be heard and play, and it's my way to do it, and get out there and connect with everyone and share the love here. So it's great. So, in fact, all my kids are probably popping in here, get the message out to them all. So it's, in this pandemic time, I've had the great pleasure to really connect with a lot of great players, you know, and I spent a lot of time at the piano. I mean, just hours a day. And it's like you can't go anywhere. So this is a great time for all my students. You can get home. There's a lot of practice that you can do usually. But what I'm doing is I've been writing a lot. I'm going to share one of my originals coming up soon and a couple more tunes. But this next one I'm playing for you right now is written by the great Ed Saindon. If you haven't checked him out, make sure you check him out. He's on Facebook. He's an extraordinary, extraordinary person and just a magnificent. He plays vibes. You know, it's his main instrument, you know, and to the liking of Joe Locke and Gary Burton and stuff. I mean, he's really up at that, you know, kind of high level, you know, and world class. And also an extraordinary piano player and a drummer. So he's just one of these kind of guys, 45 years, I think, at Berklee College teaching, and just a very dear friend. And we share each other's music. He posts a new tune, and I play it. I post a tune, he plays it. You know, he just played one of my tunes, Seasons. If you go onto his Facebook page, you'll see he made some comments about, you know, my writing, and you know, and he played one of my tunes. But this next one he wrote at the end, so I could pick some of the ones earlier that I've written or he's written, and this one is it's called a treasured moment, and it's a very difficult tune. My students haven't seen this yet, but it's definitely it's extraordinary piece of music. I got immersed into this thing. I got it, and I just was like, I dove into this, and I just couldn't put it down because it presented challenges, and it was just so nice. So I'm going to play this in a tribute to my dear friend Ed Saindon. Please support him and listen to his music. He's just world class, you know, and a great guy, great guy. And if you ever get a chance to leave a comment, tell him Dan sent you, you know, because we stay in contact quite a bit. But this is a exceptional tune, and hope you enjoy. a treasured moment. Again, the emotion and the stuff coming out of, you know, these composers now during this time, it's really something. So for me to even, just to have the privilege to be able to get it hot off the press kind of thing, it's and it was just really, it's very difficult to play as it goes all different places, you know, and it's just and it really is very musical. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see, we have okay, I've seen all these. Again, I want to thank everyone for coming in. This is really great. Lee Hayton, okay, man, it's like, wow, thank you for coming. Let's see, yeah. Well, thank you, folks. You know, again, it's making it extra special for me to have a nice crowd out there to play for. So we're going to continue now with another old favorite, and it's a really nice one called "Have Yourself a Merry Christmas." Here we go. have yourself a Merry Christmas. And again, it's one of those kind of tunes that you can kind of, you play it year after year. And the cool thing about this material is we wait for the year, so we're not playing it through the year. So it's kind of fresh in a way for us players. I'm going to get on to one of my originals right now, and this is a really, really nice one. I'm very, and many of you, you might not know this, but I made some contacts, and just from my playing and my teaching and what I've been on, I was kind of planning to go to Italy and do some playing over in Italy. Even though I have a Delaney last name, I'm half Sicilian. And my mom's parents were from Palermo, and I wanted to go and check out Italy and do some playing, and it's just going to be, it was one of my things to do. So I had to put everything on hold. I mean, I was kind of setting up different places where I can play some concerts and and do some things, and so I made a lot of headway, and I was trying to decide where to stay and where to go, and so I was asking friends, different people that frequent Italy, and they're helping me kind of like steer me in what directions to go. And but anyway, it's obviously in the back burner, and I got bigger things to be taken on right now with just to get to see my family, because typically I'd go. My mom is she is going to be 93, and I got a picture of her coming, so stay tuned, it's coming. And but I want to but anyway, I'm going to be going to Italy at some point, and I'll be doing some playing, and this is really what inspired me, and this was the pictures of this. This is really cool. This is when you hear the song I'm going to play for you, this is what I had, this vision of this thing. So this is the streets of Palermo. It's really cool, and you got the and there it is. So it's pretty amazing. So I'm going to play this song that I titled it Palermo, and I want to do that for you now. And it's I think you'll find it to be it's a good one. It sits really nice on the piano. It's fun to play, and but this came at a time where I was kind of thinking, I had to put all my plans on back burner, and now I'm going to relive that now, and through the music, and and I have all these originals now. I've got 13 originals that I've written during the pandemic that I hope to record sometime real soon. So, and this will be one of them. Okay, hope you enjoy. Here we go. Played by a Sicilian. It's like, you know, it's such a fun tune. Let's see, you know, it's really funny because I'm actually I'm monitoring this stuff, you know, so I can see. So I'm playing and I'm like multitasking, you know. So it comes from having 4 kids, you know. So I sit there, I have all these kids, and it's like, you know, you have, after you have 2, it's like 4, 5, 7. They keep each other busy, you know. So when you have the 1, it's like it's a lot of work, you know. But anyway, let's see. I saw Jack Coleman coming in here, man. I saw, where was he? I thought I saw Jack. Yeah, man, great B3 player. You ever get a chance to check him out, man? He's on. He's really worth checking out. He did a nice thing on Mila's blues. I wrote this blues for my granddaughter, and he commented on it. I said, I'd love to hear you play it. He did this burning thing on it. So he's a great guy. And we actually studied with Charlie Banakis as well. So we kind of compare notes and talk about our stuff. So it's definitely really cool. So that's Palermo, and it doesn't have the lyrics, Karen. So that's something, if you want to put your magic to it, I'll send you the lead sheet. But it could be really, you know, I'm stretching out a little bit on it. So jazz-wise, that's what we say, we're stretching on it a little bit. But it can be played really slow, and you know, so a lot of times, you know, when you haven't played so much, you know, we're trying to get into all kinds of music right now, and it's you know, it makes it it's a tough place, you know. So we're trying to get in as much as we can. So right now I'm going on to another interesting part of my show here. I want to bring you some more memorabilia. Okay, here we go. This is pretty wild. All right, you're gonna see this. This is where are we? All right, here we go. All right, so get ready. Here we go. We get the. Let's see if I can put my no, okay, here we go. Here we go. This is 2017, right out in front of my piano here. You can see the piano back through those doors. And there's Seema's son, Sam. There's my daughter, Michelle. My granddaughter, Mila. My son, Ryan and Brooke. And there's Seema. And we had always a great time here. So it's, and here we are. And ironically, this came up on my Facebook memory today. 13, let's see, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say 13 years. 8 years ago today, 13 years. 8 years ago today, Mila was 3 weeks old. This is Mila here in Brooke's arms. And this is us. I met them on December 13th in 2012 at my dear friend Neil May, who owned Nello's restaurant here in Phoenix. And we went and had dinner with Neil and hung out. And we had a great time, and what a dear friend he is. Anyway, this is pretty special to me, and to see all my kids together, and this is how we celebrate, you know. So it's a little different this year, of course. Here's my family, full family. We had a real blessing. There's Mom in the middle, and she's right there at the. Let's see, I open it up. It's been really kind of cool to see her all these years trying to get to Arizona from Florida. She lives in Boston, and for half of the year, and then she goes to Florida. My brother's all the way to the bottom on the opposite side of me. My brother Stevie's younger than me, his wife, and then Myler, and my sister's next to me. And then behind me is my brother's to the left, my brother's two kids, Jenna and Jack, and there's my son Ryan. And there's Brooke and Kayla and Michelle, my kids, and Michelle's husband Tracy. So this was a very, very special family time that we had a couple of years ago. And the cool thing is Frontier was doing these wild flights that you can get over here, direct flight, so Mom was able to make it. She's going to be 93. God love her. She's going to be in April. She's still getting out, and so it's I'm very blessed to have her still around. Here's me and Chris playing Christmas concerts, you know, and through the years, all kinds of fun playing. Here's us playing at the up here in Carefree, and we did a Christmas show again up there. And I also got an opportunity to be featured on Chris's project called Phoenix. This is a great CD if you haven't heard it. It's a quintet of all Phoenix guys, and these are the guys. There's me in the back corner with a mustache. And so I was about, you know, it's quite a few years ago, maybe 13, 14 years ago. And then there's Clark Rigsby off to the right there, the engineer, one of the, you know, well-known. And next to me is Chris Stewart's down there with a black shirt on, and Dom Moyo, the great Dom Moyo, and then Lucas Pino, the incredible talented young players back then, and they're just world-class superstars. Chris Finet, Lucas Pino, Dom Moyo, all these guys. So it's a great CD. So if you get a chance, check that out. Here's me and with Dwight Killian and Dom Moyo, the two great rhythm section cats, and us playing a jazz trio thing, and just right before Christmas. And in the front row there, his back to us, and his wife next to him, is the great Lee Burke from Berklee College of Music. And here we are, there's me and Lee. And he's a really good friend, and him and his wife are wonderful, and we got an opportunity. He follows me around whenever I'm playing. So we talk about all the Boston guys. There's my, this is in my house, and this is a very special decoration for me because I had it as a decoration on one of my concerts I did with the great Roger Shue, the bass player, in my trio. You'll see my trio all over the internet. And he said, Dan, can I have this guy? I said, no way, Roger. Then we lost Roger. So I think of him every time I put this hat on and I look at this thing. You know, I think of Roger all the time. I said, man, I wish I gave him this, you know. So God rest him. Yeah, he was just an extraordinary person and a great bass player. Here's me at the Wrigley Mansion, you know, and just a pretty special kind of setting right here in Phoenix. You know, it's an old player piano Steinway. There's Seema. I had to put this in. She's probably going to kill me. But there's Seema. This was our Christmas card in 2014 that we put out to our friends and family. And we went fishing with my nephew has this very cool charting service. You ever get to Southwest Florida, make sure you let me know and I'll hook you up with him. But we're so this was a classic. It was really cool. And there's me. I'm an avid skier. This was me a couple of years ago, 2018, I believe. This was Christmas Eve. I was skiing up in Flagstaff with Santa Claus. So it was. That's, you know, there's just so much to this. You know, when you start looking at the life passing you by, and you know, when Ed Saindon's writing this kind of music's a treasured moment. You know, I think we're coming out of this with a new set of, you know, new sets of values and all kinds of things, man. It's just, I guess, a new direction, and I kind of look at it as almost like a, it's almost like a like a unplug and just reset, and then come out and be a better version of yourself even. So a lot of people have commented. They're always for those that like to tip and donate, and it's really not necessary, but I do appreciate it for any of those people that want to extend their generosity. It's I'll have it notated on my live stream, Venmo, ZELLE, PayPal. Again, it's so appreciated, and this is kind of, it turned out to be initially when I started this in March, I went on and on and on. It's like, this is number 33. And think about it, it's 33 plus hours of this solo piano playing. And, who would ever think that this is going to be my new gig now? It's like, this is my gig. So tonight I've been looking forward to this, this moment to play for you all. So I'm going to kind of close the show tonight with one more tune, and then I'm going to let you hear that cool thing of that Silent Night that I did at like 1 in the morning last night. It's just the audio. I do that a lot. I sit in here in the dark. I have these little lights here. I have these things that sit on the piano, and they're cool. This is what everyone should have. Every pianist should have these things. But we use them on the mic stands. But now that we don't have a gig and everything, I stuck it here on my piano. So I come in here with no, often I don't even have to read anything, so I'm just kind of zoning out and playing stuff. But I work through stuff, and I put up a piece of music, and I just play in the dark. It's really cool. But this last tune is called "I'll Be Home for Christmas," and I want to I thought that was an appropriate one to play for everyone. And I really want to, again, it's just tough times, but we'll all get through it together, and hope you enjoy. Here we go. I'll be home for Christmas, and I know you all will be too. And we're all together, and it's just it's hard to believe this is again a worldwide thing, and it's been very, very much of an advantage for me to be streaming like this live, because I'm connecting with people in Italy. Got a great student from Sweden that just came on, recently. As a result of being heard and being seen across the world, and letting people hear what I do, and then they find out that I teach too. So I'm a very dedicated teacher, and any of my students would attest to that. It's like I love it, and it's very, very it's what I do. It's my main gig, So, and I'm constantly learning. And those are the guys you want to study with, is the ones that are always wanting to learn. Jack Coleman, if he's still there, he'd probably can attest to that. All these guys that have made the commitment to studying with Charlie Vanakis and going to those levels of, practicing 8-10 hours a day. You never stop. It's one of those kind of lifelong thing, and the more you learn, the more you find out you don't know. So it's but anyway, I want to leave you with this very special composition that I wrote. It's just an arrangement of Silent Night, and it's a pensive setup. And I want you to, just take a listen to it, and I hope you enjoy the reharm and the mood that I was able to command in my pajamas at 1 in the morning. So this is what this is all about. So on that note, I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and let's hope for many blessed days ahead, and some with hope, for 2021. So until next time. God bless you all, and